Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Armstrong Powerhouse Class 379, 377 and 387 enhancement pack. As you can see, we're currently here at a still loading Tottenham Hale, and we're going to be driving a Class 379 on a standard, on the sort of the last leg of the Stansted Express run. It's rude not to do the West Anglia Great Northern route because, you know, but other than that, you know, there are scenarios included. Obviously this isn't one of them. I have thrown together a little scenario for us to have a look at. I've put in this thing here because I wanted to sort of compare the differences between the 377 and the 379. First off though, before we do that, I'm going to quickly jump in. I've given us a nice 5-minute leeway time. Do that. Put it in neutral. Cancel the AWS. And we'll get the doors open. Okay, so brand new train, pretty much. Well, brand new train. It's obviously based off the 375. So yeah, the 375 model from the Chatham main line. As you can hear, we have a GSMR over here. We'll set that up in a minute. First off, though, we'll go over to this. I'm assuming there's a camera view. I've not actually looked. So, yep, one for the GSMR, one for the lights. Let's put the day running is on. Turn the lights off. Oops. Okay. Would you like to activate DOO? Yes, we would. Select a field. We are going to click the route code. And I have the manual up. I'll just double check. The route code for this is Liverpool Street 01014. Enter Liverpool Street. Cool. Send. What else we got? Login. That's what we've just come from. Yes. Send. Passcom, that doesn't work. Driver's menu shows us a few bits of information. Dark screen. Oh, okay. Make the screen dark. Hang on. Driver's menu. Door status. There you go. It shows you what doors are open. It doesn't seem to be working. Maybe it's not. No. Traction status. PIS, which doesn't work. What's it called? Settings, all this stuff. So you can turn the saloon lights on and off. DOO can be turned off here. Instrument lights. Event overview doesn't work. So yeah, a nice working PIS screen. We'll quickly just scroll through these again. Set up the GSMR. They usually run as 1 Bravos. This is a completely fictitious scenario, so we just put it 15, I don't know. Signal code. I'm not sure if Nathan set up the signal codes. He has for this one. 01414. Enter. Works exactly as you'd expect it to. 1 Bravo 14. Our train is set up. We have another train coming. Let's hop out quickly and watch this thing come in. Nice. Right, okay. So yeah, there's a multitude of different liveries. You see, this is the Stansted Express one. Turns out I obviously used the wrong one because you'll notice it's got the older Stansted Express logo on it. But I wanted to put in this 377. I know it's not prototypical. I'm not saying a 377 would ever run down here. What I wanted to check, however, is if there's any difference between this and this, because the problem was, I'm going to drop the HUD and pause the game quickly. Right, so the biggest problem was that Armstrong Powerhouse for a very long time was saying, we're not going to do a 377, sorry, a 378 and the like, because the models are different. The sort of the windows are a different shape or something, I think, primarily. I think the body shapes may be slightly off as well from each other. Anywho, they weren't going to do it, and now they've done it. And my initial reaction to this was sort of like, why? If they've said for so long they're not going to do it, and they've outright said it, there's been reskins of all kinds of things, you know, of all kinds of 377 and 379, 387 reskins. Nobody's happy with these things. They're not that too dissimilar, to be honest. But the problem is, all these freeware stuff that's come out, and, you know, all this stuff that's happened in the past, and nobody's been content with them. The question is, if they're not making a brand new model for the 387, then why the heck is it suddenly acceptable for Armstrong Powerhouse to call out that they're doing a enhancement pack? And this is the thing I want to check. Have they done anything that actually makes it worth us having an enhancement pack? And the answer is slightly. Slightly. Obviously, there's not a brand new model. What they have done, however, you'll notice that, obviously these are square windows. They've actually produced a little child object to go over the top that sort of rounds the windows off. Now, obviously, in practice, it doesn't work. It's not real, sorry. The windows are just as round as they ever were. But in sort of theory, visually, they have done something. Now, I can't remember exactly if they have this bit that sticks out. I don't think they do stick out in real life. I think this is just a sort of, this is what we have to do in order to... Oh, and I've just noticed the LOD is in the wrong place on that object, or the center. It's not been centered correctly because you can see it popping in and out. But yeah, I don't think that these surrounds are actually stick out. I haven't bothered to check, I'll be perfectly honest with you. But anywho, I don't think they stick out. So, but at least they're sort of the shape. Pantograph wise, there is apparently a light up here. I can't see a light, and I'm sure 379s have the light for it. I don't know about the camera, but I'm sure they've got a light. Apparently the 387s at least have it. So yeah. I must admit, I'm not a major expert on these. They are my they're reasonably local to me, these things. So I see them quite a bit, but I don't really travel on them. They're just sort of there. They're sort of vibing in the background, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I don't see a lot of them at all, to be honest. So what I do like though, they've actually gone to the trouble of sort of doing the interior on the external model. They've actually replaced the seats, because you see with the 377 it's the default DCG seats that are ew and all that. But no, they've actually gone to the effort of at least changing the seats, and you'll notice, as I accidentally showed off, there is a full interior made for the train. Again, built by Bahnhof. It looks very nice. A lot of people have been saying the seats are the wrong shape. They probably are. I've not really again, I've not bothered to check against that's cursed. That is very cursed. Is that a copyright avoidance thing? Or is this just poor mapping? To be fair, we have had, in the past, I'm going to pause the game because I think we're ready to go, and the scenario probably relies on timetabling a little bit, but nonetheless, yeah, Gert Bahnhof has made some pretty basic errors in the past, I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying it's bad by any stretch of the imagination, honestly. Gute Bahnhof is honestly one of the best sort of interior modelers, certainly, that I've ever seen. Having said that, why was the 317 passenger interior the wrong side? The 3+2 seating, they were swapped. They were the wrong sides for some reason. Nobody understands why, but So this is either just a mistake or it's a copyright intention. If it's a copyright avoidance thing, then yeah, fair enough. I sort of agree with you on that one. If it has to be, then it has to be. I've got no problem with that. If it's just pure mistake, then it's kind of like, why? Hopefully they'll patch it if they can. I don't think they'll bother because it's such a minor thing that, let's face it, not many people use passenger views. I personally really like passenger views. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. No, I really like passenger views. I really appreciate passenger views because in real life, the average person doesn't experience the train from the front. They experience it from the from this sort of view, from the passenger view. And you know, why can't we? What's wrong with wanting to represent your journey to work, sort of thing, or you know how you experience a train? So yeah, sockets, they look nice. To be fair, the texturing's lovely on this. There's some. The larger objects are reasonably low resolution, but I don't have anything against that because they're large objects again. The stuff that really matters, it's really nice. It is really nice. Anyway, let's get going, and we'll do it. So we've got our destination set up. I'll bring back the little HUD. Forward, DRA off, using the Y key, and off we go. Also, I can't say I've ever seen the coach number on these things, but at least there's something scrolling there, because obviously it would in real life be the calling pattern of the train that would scroll along there. I mean, well, yeah, obviously the coach number would scroll along there. I'm not saying it doesn't, but sort of more commonly you'll look at them and it will be the calling pattern scrolling across. So yeah. But anywho, it's nice to have something scrolling across there, even if it isn't the calling pattern. Like I said, I can't say I've ever seen the coach number scrolling along there. That doesn't mean to say that it doesn't, though, by any stretch of the imagination. So you know. So yeah, obviously the route itself is still a work in progress, but we're certainly getting there now. I certainly feel like I'm starting to make some progress with the scenery. Obviously there are bits here and there that aren't going to look great. There's going to be holes in the scenery, but overall I'm really sort of getting there now, I think, with it. So fingers crossed we're on to a winner scenery. Maybe I could do a bit more foliage around here. Anywho, the train sounds nice. It sounds lovely, and it definitely is a different sound set from the 377. I can tell that instantly, and I don't even drive the 377 that long. I'm sure the motor sounds are entirely different. I've left this way too late to brake. Go 317 up the end there. I'm sure we'll see a couple of them later. Oh, we need a bit more braking. Neutral section. Neutral section functionality. That's what we want to see. Also, I noticed this screen looks like it's modelled over the top of DTG's model, sort of thing. So it's independent, which is nice. There we go. 317's waiting for us to pass. Pulls away. There we go. Nice. Off to Bishop Stortford, no doubt. Across the junction. Oops, don't want to put a brake on, that was an accident. So yeah, I'm actually well impressed with this, I'm not going to lie. Now, like I said, a lot of people have been complaining about the shape of these seats. I can't say for sure because it's been a while since I've been on one, whether they're actually the correct shape or not, but I think they're alright. Also, from a distance certainly, the surrounds on the windows actually don't look too bad. The colour of the doors looks a tiny bit too blue in my opinion. It's quite a strange colour that Great Wrangler used for, I guess it was more, I think it was more National Express's doing, wasn't it? That made the surrounds on the door blue. Or the doors themselves blue, sorry. Not the surrounds. 317, nice. Very different horn to the other Electro Stars. We'll do it externally in a second, of course, as well. Slight downhill here. Go through the cutting, past Clapton, down to Hackney. I'll get closer because obviously AP likes to do their horns different, depending on where you are in relation to the train. They're a bit softer at a distance. There we go. Obviously no lighting No point lights. They're day-night sort of dependent. Which again, it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. For day running, it looks a lot better because you don't get the nasty glow on buildings. But for night running, or not night running, sorry, for tunnel running and that kind of thing, I would much rather have a point light in the day. I think overall, I would rather have the glow. This is personal opinion. I would rather have the glow on the track ahead and all the objects in the day, and have a glow on. Also, ignore all rulers. They're just temporary while I'm measuring stuff up and building assets, so they won't be there in the final release. Just have the top of your head cut off by the ruler, so you know, whatever. Anywho, yeah. What was I saying? I've completely lost my train of thought now. Thanks, rulers. Really helpful. There we go. A bit laggy along here. That's why I had the frame counter up at the start of the video, because I've played this scenario once, just to sort of test it. I wasn't going to. I'm glad I did, to be honest, because there were a few trains which I've retimed. I've not tested it since, to be honest, but so if there's some questionable stuff going on with some of the AI services, we're in a neutral section. Don't power up in bloody neutral section, for goodness sake. To wait till exited. I would say by now we're out. Probably were out before, to be honest, but there's the aircon kicking back in. Back into the passenger view. Go over all of the viaducts. London Fields. London Fields, the actual fields themselves are over there. London Field Station is there. There we go. As you can tell, it's still quite away from release, the route, but we're getting there. We're getting there. There's a lot more scenery than there was a year ago. Let's put it like that. The scenario is haphazardly mashed together, by the way, so there's no reality. I've tried to sort of replicate and simulate what really runs and sort of the timetable that it runs on, but nothing's actually timetabled. So yeah, just bear that in mind. If there's services that that you sort of look at them and think that shouldn't be there at that time, that's why. It's a rough sort of representation to make it feel more alive for the purpose of the video, without having to sort of go through and try and sort of use real-time trends to do the timetable, because I wanted to just produce a quick scenario which I could play through, and I missed the 30 limit because I'm very smart. There you go. Oh, and if you're wondering what the flashing is, police car. So there you go. There you go, past Cambridge Heath. Where's that 315? I swear that should have been up by now. I don't know. Oh look, there it is. Okay. I thought we'd see it a bit sooner, to be honest. So that kind of makes me worried for the train that follows it. But nonetheless, we'll find out. We'll see when we'll see that when we see it. Past the 315. Through 5816. I only know that because obviously I set it up. Otherwise, I don't think I'd been able to have seen the number. Anti-aliasing really isn't doing a good job in the distance, to be honest. It's really flickering for some reason. Oh, is that the 321s? May have just seen the back of the 321 in the background as well. There's a pair of 321s. We should sort of chase into Liverpool Street a little bit. We'll see them in a little while anyway, if not. Round the curve. I'm going to go over to the other side, because why not? So we can actually see something. Let's see the other track. Otherwise, all you can see is this. Can't really see a lot, to be honest, can you?
Another ruler. Again, ignore the rulers. Ignore the rulers. They're not really there. Yeah, there's a 321. Ah, and there's the other overground service. This time. A long time since the 317s have worked this route. About 2 years now, getting on 4 I think, since the last one came up here. So, you know, sad times, sad times. So we can speed up down the bank. A little bit of optimization work may be required later down the line. I'm sort of building the route at the moment, and then any optimization, I guess, will have to be done afterwards. To be honest, I'm not looking forward to that, because that means probably getting rid of some of the detail. I've tried to keep it as keep the detail secluded sort of the first few meters next to the track and where you can see it. So I've tried not to go overboard with detail that's like you can't see. So hopefully there's not a lot I've got to do. But you know, it looks good. It looks good. So I've had some great feedback from it as well. So if there's anything you want to sort of add for the route, or obviously comment on the train, then feel free to leave your comments in the section below and all that. To the covered section now. Well, I've got signal yellow, so better make sure we stop for that. Well, we're obviously not the single yellow, but there is a red ahead, so we do catch up with the train. Well, we kind of catch up with that 321. I put it in platform 8 just to sort of make it more interesting. So yeah, that's fun. 15 limit coming up, and obviously red signal around the corner. 21, 20. 15, and there's the 321. Nice. And I'll show you the reskin. I'm not actually sure if this one's available / where it's available now. But this was by Jamie Marcus, so I know there was a lot of dislike to him, but I won't comment any further on that matter. But the reskin is very, very nice. He did a good job on it, so good job to him. Right, stop, neutral, DRA set. Yeah, we'll have a look at that when the train's arrived. I've not made any of this underground either, so you can sort of get out and have a look, fly around, look at stuff such as this. Lovely. Yeah, it was stopped, so obviously, if you didn't stop, then we'd have a problem. Yeah, all of this will fly around and just sort of have a nosy. Oh, there's a hole there. Oh, to be fair, that can't be a massive deal because that's the first time I've seen it. So, you know. Okay, we reached the end of the train. Yep, reached the end of the train. Oop. I do like. Where is it? Where is it? Something that DCG entirely neglected. These archways you can see through. This 315 should not be sitting here right now, and I have no idea why it still is. But yeah, yeah. When DCG built the Great Eastern, they completely neglected the fact that these archways are here, and you can see right the way through to the West Anglia side. So I made sure to put that in. Nice little feature there, which you might see. It's hard to see when you're driving the train, but you know, if you're in a passenger view, or if you're coming out this side, then yeah, you can see them. Just sort of fills the hole, fills the barrenness of all the same wall in nicely. Anyway. 377 leaving. 377, 379. Back out on the stat 6 run.
soon as that's out the way, we should get our route. So yes, overall, what do I think of the pack though? Honestly, I think the pack is actually brilliant. I have my doubts over this one, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't too sure when they first announced it. But in actual fact, I'm well pleased with how AP have done this. I don't know why it stops. Whatever. Maybe there's a go via marker that I forgot to delete. That's perfectly possible. Anywho, any second now, signal. Any second now. There we go. Platform 6. Off we go. Screenshot. Yeah, no, I'm well pleased with how AP did this pack. I think it's brilliant. Like I say, I have my I actually have my doubts on this one. I wasn't too sure, and it slightly made me angry that AP had suddenly come along and they'd decided to do it when there'd been sort of reskins in the past of 378s, 387s, and 379s that people would sort of shunned off because they weren't proper. You know, the body shells were wrong, and oh my god, it's an outrage that DCG haven't produced a 387 yet. And do you know what I mean? Having said that, I do kind of think that it might have been good for AP to have held off for this pack. I have a feeling that maybe once the 387 is in Train Sim World 2, we may get a model port over to Train Sim World Classic. That would be very nice. Please, DCG, make this happen. And then we've got a very nice model which we can use instead. But anywho, I think this is a much needed addition, especially with the 387s for a lot of routes. We pretty much have all of the West Anglia Great Northern stock. By now, yeah. In fact, I think we do have all of the wagon, all of the stuff that Wagon operated, and Great Eastern now. So yeah, here's that livery, by the way. It was actually in this livery as well, and I went on it once. It was a nice livery, to be fair. Something a bit different, something interesting. So yeah, no, every coach has been done in the livery, and it just looks nice. It just looks nice. So yeah. And its doors are closed. No, they probably shouldn't be, but whatever. We'll let it off. We'll let it off. Anyway, it's not about that train, it's about this train. Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm well happy we've got this for the game now. It was definitely a needed addition. It's a shame we've still got third rail shoes. We probably still have, yeah, we still have a third rail changeover. Which actually, that's a good question. Hand down. Shoes down. I mean, the game normally doesn't recognise. There we go. There you go. See, it doesn't recognise the fact that we're on AC and not DC. It's now powering up again. Love it. Love it. So technically, we could still move once the doors are closed. So, but yeah. 315 set pair. Join the Class 315 Preservation Society, please. We need more people. Gate lines. So yeah, that just about does it. I'm sorry it's a quick video today, but I just wanted to take a run down the route with this thing and see what it was like. And like I say, I'm really pleased, to be honest. Oh, I don't think that should scroll. I don't think that should scroll. That should be fixed. On 379. But anywho, yes, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you will actually consider this train, to be fair, because I think this is actually a really worthwhile EP to get, to be honest. There's so many regions you can use it on, because you can use it here, you can use it on the Western, on the Western Electrified, for example. You can use it on London to Brighton. You know, there's loads of stuff you can use it on. So it's a really versatile pack. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.